Well, I had to admit defeat on that hill. Welcome back to the channel. I'm in Scotland this time, but don't let the sunshine fool you. As soon as you step out into the shade, it's not as warm as what it looks, I can promise you. And as much as it's glorious now, tonight the temperature's set to dip to about freezing. So I don't know how uncomfortable or comfortable I'll be, we'll just have to find out. But in my quest to find the most remote spots in the national parks of the UK, I've come to Loch Lomond in the Trossachs. I think I've pinpointed what I consider to be the most remote based on the fact of its distance from any local access roads. And it's a bit like when I was in Northumbria trying to find England's most remote spot. It's a lot of forestry tracks. And for that reason, it doesn't feel as if it's remote. But this is gentle walking. Not as gentle as Norfolk, I have to say, but it's pleasant and I'm dry and I'm enjoying this. And if this good weather continues all evening, I'll be really happy with that. Wow, you just come round this corner and all the high ground starts to open up before you. It looks absolutely incredible. Don't reckon much to that bothy. Okay, so I've seen a load of flat pitches. Won't be stuck for somewhere to pitch tonight, but on the top of that lump is really where I want to be. I just don't know whether there's any easy way up. I'm going to have a mooch around, see if I can find some sort of a path that'll take me to the top. Initially I think it's steep, I just might have to forge my own track for a little while till I reach the ridge. Might only be small, but it's got 360-degree views. And for 10 minutes of sustained effort, bushwhacking through the bracken, I've made it to the top of what I consider to be the most remote spot in Loch Lomond the Trossachs. Someone else might have a different opinion of that, and no matter where you are from here, you'll be anywhere between 2.5 and 3.5 miles from the nearest access road. Don't count the forestry tracks, they're not access roads. I just need to find somewhere to pitch now. Got a magnificent view of Ben Lomond there. That is fantastic. That's the most southerly Munro in Scotland, and I've climbed that once or twice. I've seen a couple of these fairly significant cairns now, really well constructed. I don't know what they signify, there doesn't appear to be anything on the map. Perhaps if you know, you could leave a comment below. Be really interested to hear about that. But I've walked all over this little fell. There doesn't seem to be anything. It would be a shame to drop down, I have to say, but I would like to be flat and comfortable. And the higher up I am, I will have a view of Ben Lomond. That'd be a lovely view from the tent. I'll just have to keep looking. Well, I had to admit defeat on that hill. It just wasn't anywhere suitable. Bracken was too thick and I might have been able to chance it, but it just needed one of those bits of bracken to come up through the bottom of the tent. Piece of sleeping mat had been well cheesed off. So I've come down and what I thought was suitable was too wet. And now I'm back on the forestry track. And there's plenty of these sort of hard standing pull-ins that I used before. And it might have to come to that. I would prefer something with a little bit more grass on though. But I'll keep looking. Got 3 hours before sundown, so I've got plenty of time. Just a matter of finding somewhere suitable. But I don't want to be too near any of the forestry tracks. Not that that's going to be a problem, but if there are some forestry vehicles knocking about, they'll chuck up a load of dust as they go past, and I'll end up being in a sandstorm, and I don't want that either. So I'll keep looking. I'm sure I'll find somewhere. Right, well I don't think I'm going to find anywhere that's flatter and dry than that. It's beside this little bridge and this is Kelty water just running by there. I don't really need any water, I think I brought all that I need anyway. But I managed to stray onto the Rob Roy way and I won't have too far to walk back to the car in the morning, that's for sure. But this isn't bad at all. Okay, I'm nicely set up now. I've also put the ground sheet down tonight. I don't know how cold it's going to get and I don't want to take any chances either. Although I'm not troubled by the wind at the moment. It's got slightly bit cooler as the evening's drawn on and I'm ready for something to eat now. So I'm going to start with a chicken cup of soup, and then what I found, these dehydrated meals, fire pots, something to eat, tend to get a little bit expensive over time. And when I was out in the Lake District, I got these pasta and sauce, cheese and broccoli mixes that I actually thought were pretty tasty and they didn't let me down. So I got a couple of those and I put them into an old fire pot pouch. I want to mix those up with the water and that should be a complete meal in itself. Nutritionally, there isn't a great deal between them. There's more protein in the fire pot stuff, so what I've done to supplement the protein intake is I bought a packet of jerky as well and I can snack on that, so that's awesome. And then for after, I'm going to have a grenade bar. This is the white chocolate cookie one, and I've also got an Options hot chocolate just before bed. Sunset round about 8:30 tonight. Yeah, it's now about 7 o'clock, so I'm going to make the most of this evening, just chill out for a bit, because it's beautiful, and I haven't seen anyone else all day. It's quite remarkable, really. Superb. Well, I think I'll have my dinner outside tonight. It's nice enough, but I think I might have used too much water in this and it could be quite runny. But before I give you a taste test, just remember, if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. It's free and all the interaction helps the channel grow. I don't want you to buy me anything. If you bought me a coffee, I'd probably buy you one back anyway. All I want to do is reach more people. Anyway, let's give this a go. Yeah, it said on the packet 250 mils. So I was doing 2 packets in one go, so I doubled it. And it does look quite runny. There you go. Oops, I've lost a bit. It's not bad. I knew I was going to enjoy the taste of it anyway, and it is quite creamy. I'll just use less water next time. So I think I'll have a wander and just make the most of the last of the light. It's a really pleasant evening, and just sitting there in my tent, just listening to the water trickle by. It's really relaxing. It's been a really long day for me, so I don't think it'll take long before I'm fast asleep. It'll just be interesting to know how cold it's going to get overnight. It's not too bad at the moment, but I would imagine as the night progresses, temperature might start to drop, frost might start to bite, so it'll be interesting to see what I wake up to in the morning. And I have to say, I'm a little disappointed not to be camping up high. It wasn't a particularly big hill. In fact, in the scale of things, it's really small, but it would have provided some fantastic views, especially the sunset towards Ben Lomond. That would have really maxed out, but obviously not meant to be. And I'm just grateful to be out and just enjoying the best of the sunshine and the best of the day. It's been a rotten winter and a rotten spring so far, so to get a couple of days strung together is absolutely superb. I've got another couple of remote locations earmarked. I've got one in the Peak District, but I want to do that over a longer day because I want to bag some ethels while I'm out. And then I've got another one in Snowdonia that I'd like to do. In fact, I almost did it today instead, but I think I might go back and do that one when I complete the Snowdonia way, so I can kill two birds with one stone. So, like an absolute whopper, last time I was out in Norfolk, I camped close to some pretty thorny bushes. I managed to catch the tent on it, so I'm having to do some running repairs now. Not particularly big snag, but big enough and it could run, and I just wanted to stop it before it gets any worse. I would imagine when it comes to midgie season, the hole will be big enough to get one of those through, and then that'll be it all night, so I'm just on with that at the moment. Okay, so I'm all ready for bed now. It's nearly 8:30. And if I was at home, I'd be going to bed about 9 o'clock anyway. So I'm going to have this hot chocolate now and just relax, drift off to sleep. I've just had a notification on my phone about some minor geomagnetic activity tonight, which means that the aurora might be visible from Scotland. If there's any change, I'll bring you back. I'll try and keep an eye on it, so who knows, might be something worth recording. If not, I'll see you in the morning. Even a bit of frost on the tent this morning. Good morning. Packed up and away. I'm just passing the Corrie Aqueduct. It's not in use, of course, anymore, and it's pretty well fenced off. But it was a frosty start, and I could feel the temperature dipping last night. Woke up around midnight. There was no aurora, but I did try my hand at some nighttime photography, and I woke up around about 5:30. Had a coffee, a little bit of porridge, got packed up and away. Got about an hour to get back to the car. Just going to enjoy striding out in this because it's lovely. So don't forget to like and subscribe. If there's a national park you'd like to see me tackle next, let me know. There's plenty left to choose from, but I think the Cairngorms and one other place in Scotland I shall leave till later on in the year, probably September, when the worst of the mid-season's over. But thanks for your support as always, and I'll see you next time.